Hello, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Fortune Booking Summerslam 2017. And of course, I will not be starting this off because we're going to start off with NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, where I will have Tony
Ooh.
Lopez to do the honors.
Myself, Tony Lopez will take over.
You will take over, huh?
Take over. Hey.
No, let's
NXT
also forget
take-
to mention our other friend in the room. We're not going to leave him out of this one. Introduce yourself.
Yeah. And Francois.
I want to say Francois.
Hi. Hello. How's it going?
Well, we are here to do our predictions for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. Match of the night will probably be Johnny Gargano versus Andrade Cien Almas. Who do you have?
I have Johnny Gargano simply because of the fact that this is his first actual match since we're coming back since he broke up DIY. So that's where I'm going with.
Instead of
James?
DIY.
DIY.
WIY. Win it yourself.
Yes.
Ha 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 ha.
Nice.
I will be the odd one and say Andrade Cien Almas.
Any particular reason why?
Because of the new manager outside with him.
Oh, that's right. He does.
Yeah, and it happens to be Thea Trinidad, aka Selena Vega.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it a little
She
harder
looks like
staying with my pick now.
It's Johnny Gargano though. He's so over with the fans. But I see where you're going with the fact that if you want to make this new manager look good, you gotta give Andrade Cien Almas some wins. So I get where you're going, but I can't see Gargano losing.
next match. Aleister Black versus Hideo Itami. Guys, choose.
My.
Black.
I'm gonna go with Black. Yeah, I mean, he is on a roll.
I gotta say Aleister Black as well.
They've not been doing a good
God.
job of booking Hideo. And to be
Poor Hideo.
it's been very disappointing.
The thing is with his run, it's been riddled with injury.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's had
it
real
kills
bad
the
luck
momentum.
injuries, Yeah.
I think
So
Hideo would do a very good. I think it would benefit Hideo a lot more if his contract ran up with WWE and NXT and go back to the indie scene. To be honest,
no, go back to New Japan.
just New Japan or
Yeah.
just indies in general, which I will include New Japan for the time being.
For like him to do New Japan, I could see him doing Ring of Honor as well.
He needs something because his push has been too riddled with injuries. So, and Aleister Black, my God, that kick. Ooh,
Black
Ugh.
ass. Oh, it's beauty.
Black, such a beauty.
The NXT Women's Championship. Asuka Ember Moon.
The Eclipse.
Fellas, choose.
The Eclipse wins it. I have got to go
I'm
Ember
gonna have
Moon.
to agree. Ember Moon, of course. Ember Moon.
If she does not get it, it makes Asuka look so darn unstoppable. But it's time. She's had that belt since NXT TakeOver Dallas.
Once you have the record, how far do you really want to go? You're not going to allow her to go Bruno Sammartino long.
There's no one's breaking that record.
That's 8 years.
So what's the point unless you have in what is classified as a developmental?
Exactly.
She's beyond that. What is left? I mean, unless you want to say to develop her English, but to be honest, She does better than Shinsuke Nakamura in English.
And Nakamura is already on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, they were just keeping her for length purposes, just to book properly. Uh, she's gonna make that push. I just don't know when. I want to say after the SummerSlam, but even I
It's
can't
time.
really guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
I do if she does win and retain her title. I want her to do what didn't Paige and KO come with the titles to the main roster?
KO did, yes.
KO.
I don't know about Paige.
If I recall,
Paige didn't
Paige,
actually show her title on main roster.
well, if I recall, she didn't show her title,
Ah,
but day one she won it, and she had to
mhm,
be stripped of her title from NXT because she was on the main roster,
mhm.
Yes.
which didn't do the same thing for KO. KO actually had to wrestle his match in Japan, which was a fantastic ladder match to be honest.
Exactly.
But KO and ladder matches does not mix.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
in WWE it doesn't mix.
That's true.
but
But
it's time for the Eclipse to put Asuka away. Ember Moon takes the
Oh,
belt.
you did not just say it like that.
Yeah,
hold on, let me focus the camera.
NXT Tag Team Championships. Authors of Pain versus Sanity. And the Sanity members will be Wolf and Killian Dane.
Wolf and Big Damo. All right.
Big Damo!
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Pain! No, I'm
Believe
saying
in the. It doesn't matter. Believe in the authors of pain. It's the next chapter in the book of pain.
James.
I am very torn by this. Like, it's a driving force
Mhm.
that, to be honest, who cannot be part of a main event in that group?
Nikki Cross could dominate the women's division with her crazy self.
Dane almost
Uh,
the
he almost won the battle royal. He'll get over by his size, since Vince McMahon likes big, sweaty men. Eric Young might have some.
Young is gold.
that I
He might
think
have some work to. He
the
might have
most
some hurdle
ready.
to climb.
I think that's that Eric Young is the most ready like persona. Dane, I think he just needs a little more tweaking. Granted, his persona is more of being the beast, you know. And what do we learn from Giant Gonzalez? You don't need to worry about anything else. Heck, you don't even have to
Oh
have a
my
body.
God.
Wear a suit. So Dane is
That's
definitely going to make
true.
it, but I think most ready for title of any kind is Young.
He's,
But
so
also, do they really want to continue with the Authors of Pain? I think that that boat has not sailed yet. I really do think the Authors of Pain is going to win this one.
authors of pain. The book
I'm
of
gonna
pain's
say-
chapter.
I gotta say the Sanity. I gotta say the Sanity is gonna win this one.
Like, you don't know how hard it is for me to choose one. I had a coin because I was deciding which one. That's
Man.
so hard.
It's too.
Now,
They're not ready.
your XT Championship. Bobby Roode versus McIntyre.
Is it scheduled for one fall?
Boys,
The following contest is scheduled for one fall,
one fall.
and here is your winner and new NXT champion Drew McIntyre.
Bobby Roode retains.
This is another moment where I brought this coin out. Because let's evaluate real quick. Is Bobby Roode really done with this run?
Uh-huh.
I believe so. But also, we had how many championships fall down so far? One.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in my case, just one because
Yeah.
if others doing something separate.
Nakamura and the previous two champions, Nakamura and Joe, have held the NXT title at least twice before going up to the main roster. So what I'm thinking is McIntyre gets the belt off of Bobby Roode, and then Bobby Roode gets it back in a little revenge match. Keep the feud going, lasting a little while longer. But mark my words, I feel like we're going to get Bobby Roode before the year is over on the main roster.
I don't agree. I feel like
At the very latest WrestleMania.
they're going to keep the title belt on Bobby Roode, and they will still send him to the main roster. So he'll be doing both shows like a good Canadian.
Yeah,
Ain't that right, Kevin?
The last time we had a Canadian win, and he took the belt over too.
Mm-hmm.
You are correct.
Now, that is your NXT predictions.
Wait, we never got James's prediction. So what's it going to be? Roode or
this is
McIntyre?
Sorry, James.
Because
McIntyre's undefeated still.
McIntyre has the hot hand right now. Has Bobby Roode lost yet in any matches?
Bobby Roode lost the match since he's, in terms of title defenses,
No.
No.
Just in general.
Tony, has he lost the match?
Not at all.
So the Battle of
They're
Undefeated.
both undefeated? Wait, they're both undefeated?
Yes, sir.
Ha! Roderick Strong.
Whew.
That's a matchup I can see. Roderick Strong comes into play, and what would happen is,
You know, I want to change it. I might.
hold on, hold the crap up. McIntyre wins by disqualification, but your defending champion is still Bobby Roode, and then at another takeover, it'll be a triple threat.
God, what is with you? What is with triple threats?
Oh,
not
I
a
mean, it
six-man
looks
tag.
like the best case scenario right now, anyways.
Well, it is the best case scenario because that's the only thing that makes sense to me right now with that whole interruption.
You protect
by Bobby
both?
Roode. You protect both, and technically you still keep Roode as champion with McIntyre still undefeated.
Exactly.
And Roderick Strong he's making a push just by the fans itself.
Mm-hmm.
So
It just seems like the most
you could.
plausible thing after that interruption. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that's going on my mind.
I think we haven't had a screwy finish for an NXT title in a
The
while.
closest you had was Joe bleeding, and
It's always been legit.
so
It's always been a clean. But is it time? Is the crowd ready for a screwy finish on your main event?
Yeah, they are.
if it's Roderick, I think so.
If it's Roderick, yes.
Official prediction. Well, what counts for points will be the fact that McIntyre wins. But what will be for style points will be McIntyre wins by disqualification. That makes Roode still your NXT champion.
Ah.
So you're going McIntyre to win but not get the title.
The official for points and everything that we're doing, McIntyre wins.
Okay then.
For style points, it just so happens that it's by disqualification, Roode has title.
I go by actual win.
Alrighty. Well, that's only 5 matches, and those 5 matches are looking really good.
Exactly.
Now,
And those are
there's something I forgot to mention to y'all. The NXT Takeover does count towards the overall for the championship that we will be debuting on Sunday. So
Be sure to.
it just so happens that someone falls back by 2 or 3 matches, they'll be back for 2 or 3 matches for whatever punishment that we think of at the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And no, you cannot cash in your Money in the Bank contract during the
Now, let me ask. What if I have the title and the Money in the Bank? Is that a possibility, sir?
Yeah, it is.
It is a possibility. The question is for Jeffrey is, Jeffrey, do you want second place to get the Money in the Bank, just a regular, not the double that Tony currently owns, but a regular,
Mhm.
just so the middle person will be not involved in the punishment. Winner gets
Oh.
title and does whatever to the loser, and loser gets punished without getting Money in the Bank.
I say I keep Money in the Bank, and if I win it, I have both.
Jeffrey,
I might have to. I'm so if he wins the title, if he wins the predictions, he gets the title and the Money in the Bank. But what are you proposing, James? I'm trying to hear for this headset. So what do you got?
if he does win both, second place gets the Money in the Banks.
Ooh, I mean, I get the money. You mean I would get the Money in the Bank then? Or the second place gets the Money in the Bank.
I was looking at him like you're about to go through a rabbit hole of hell in a moment. Because anytime you try to cash in, I'm probably gonna play that game.
Play that game.
Remember,
He
I
did
know
win them
rules
both fair and square.
actually.
He did win it both fair and square. He did win the Money in the Bank fair and square. So it makes no.
Actually, how's this?
I'm gonna have to say
For the
what I'm
fairness,
thinking is
for the fairness of the fact that he got both, the second place gets the women's title. I mean, women's Money in the Bank,
the women's one.
which means you can only make predictions during the women's.
I mean, there's only one Money in the Bank left. There's only one opportunity to use the Money in the Bank
That don't
left.
matter. What matters is our Money in the Banks.
Yeah.
Hey,
Money in the
hey,
Bank.
man. Hey, if I.
You see why I'm talking to him though?
Because you're biased. You have something to lose.
No, it's because it only takes 2 out of the 3 votes. That's all we need.
Mm.
So we're trying to talk over what we want to do for that. I say for the fairness of things, just take away the women's one, and he had to do it only the regular show. And we don't do the women if he wins title.
It is fair, but he did win. He did win them both fair, so
Okay,
I get both your points.
So
I'll save this. We'll do this off air. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. So is it my turn now?
So
it's Summerslam time.
Now the preface. Obviously, this is one for the title, so we'll actually figure a title that I have made.
Oh God!
I have made for the show, and that will be official. Obviously, Tony cannot cash in during this pay-per-view, but the one to follow afterwards.
After this, he has fair game.
Fair game, even on pre-shows and takeovers. But we will discuss punishment during the live broadcast on Sunday.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
So, Jeffrey, I want you to lead off with the predictions of the main roster for SummerSlam 2017.
Well, this is WWE SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer. And this is going to be a 4 hours. This is going to be like a 4+ hour show. Yay. A lot of wrestling.
Scheduled for 4 hours. 4. 10.
Next. 10. First, we have 3 kickoff matches. First kickoff match, the Hardy Boys and Jason Jordan versus The Miz and The Miztourage. Gentlemen, who do you got?
I'm going to say the Miztourage. I'm going to say the Miztourage just simply because I don't like Jason Jordan.
I don't like Jason Jordan, but I don't trust booking, so...
They're trying to push Jason Jordan, so I'm going to go with the Hardys and Jason Jordan just for the fact that Black Sun, Black Sun, Black Sun,
Black Sun.
Black Sun. Then we have the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Akira Tozawa defends versus Neville. Who do you have and why?
Huh?
To
Neville.
Neville. Why, Tony?
Absolutely. Neville will get it back on Sunday. And he will be the king of the cruiserweights.
Then why put the belt on him why would you put the belt on Tozawa in the first place?
Shock ratings. Come on now.
James?
I want to say yes. I don't know. I think that because Neville realizes he has to win the titles, he can't just do a disqualification or anything like that. And I feel like something will get in the way that will lead on to Neville not getting the title or being distracted. And it'll be Akira Tozawa hitting the senton from the top rope.
I
I think at this point, because we mentioned how there's a lot of faces that a lot of heels that have titles, and they're trying to do this wave of faces possibly, so or at least rebalance somewhere. Not to mention, no one's on Neville's level when it comes to promos. So I think face having the title, it levels the field a little bit for 205 Live. So I do believe that 205 Live they think will benefit with Akira Tozawa as champion, especially with the Titus brand. I think the Titus brand is starting to become over.
It is getting over. I mean, I gotta go with Tozawa because why would you put the belt on him in the first place if you're just gonna have him lose it 6 days after he just won it? So I gotta go Tozawa. Neville deserves the belt, by God, yes, but you put the belt on Tozawa, let him have it for a little bit. Final kickoff match. The SmackDown Tag Team titles. Why is this on the kickoff match? I have no idea. This is total BS. This is one of my most anticipated matches. But it's the New Day versus the Usos. Gentlemen, who do you have and why?
New Day.
Match? Who?
Yeah.
The New Day versus the Usos.
Yes. And a kickoff match. That drives me insane.
It's the New Day. And I don't care what anybody says, they're just going to retain because Xavier Woods is awesome.
I think Xavier's going to have his good spots in this match. I probably he's going to take one good bump and 2 good spots to retain. Although
New Day retains.
I'm still down with day 1-ish, but they're not going to win this one.
I mean, New Day retains. There's no way the Usos win the belts. Exactly. Unfortunate, but New Day rocks. New Day rocks. Next up, we have. I'm starting off with matches. I'm going to start off with matches I don't care, and we're going to go up to ones that I actually care about. Randy Orton versus Rusev. Who do you have and why?
Rusev.
Orton. There's no way he's losing another pay-per-view. I cannot see Randy Orton just going off, losing to Rusev.
I also feel like that they're really trying to punish Rusev for something.
Cutting his hair,
engagement and another announcement. I think he's done a lot that the WWE wants him to kiss the brass ring, and because he doesn't look like himself. Hell, even when he yells Rusev Machka, he didn't look like himself. Like
no,
emotionally. So I think Randy Orton's probably going to win.
Randy Orton, I can't.
I really don't. I really want to win, but I think he's in the I think he's in the same spot that, in a different style, that Baron Corbin's in right now.
Speaking of which, John Cena, Baron Corbin. I honestly do not know. I don't know.
The cash in, I would have said guaranteed Baron Corbin.
I would have said guaranteed Baron Corbin at a heartbeat. But now this is that cash in. I'm like,
the kids.
I don't know.
Win for the faces, so it's tough.
See,
John Cena's gonna win.
I mean,
sorry, dude.
I gotta go. James, who you got?
If they want to bury him more, John Cena's gonna win. And in this case, I think it's brass ring kissing time. I want to say John Cena lose, but I just can't anymore. Tuesday,
I gotta say,
it's gonna be John Cena.
I want Corbin to win, but I'm sorry, John Cena. I can't see Cena losing to Corbin.
He buried.
Corbin's going to be buried. I'm sorry. He did it to himself, though.
Under that dumpster fire. That and a crowd member having a sign that says dumpster fire.
Oh. Next up, Big Show versus Big Cash with Enzo suspended above the ring in a shark cage. I have Big Cash, end of story.
Because Enzo drops an object to Kaz, they both turn heel.
No way.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
No way.
Well, okay. Let's be more specific. I'm saying that Enzo drops it. It's supposed to drop to Big Show, but it ends up in Kaz's hands. So does whatever he does to the Big Show. Somehow, some way, Enzo turns heel.
Ooh. I still say Big Cat. So you say Big Cat, Tony?
I say Kaz.
James?
I say Kaz, but also I do agree because I initially thought that too, that he's going to drop an item and Cass is going to get it. Or Big Show grabs it, Cass knocks him over, and it just so happens he now has it. And then that's going to cause Big Show to lose the match.
Big Show doesn't need wins anymore. He's just putting guys over.
Enzo turning heel, I don't see it for the money purposes.
No way.
He's a backstage problem. He's not a money making problem.
He's getting a lot of heat backstage too.
But he's not a money making problem by
yes.
means.
Next.
Granted, do I think he's going to have a little more difficult time without Big Cass? Not as much. He is the creative out of the two. So it's going to be Big Cass. The heel turn though, you can't disagree upon.
Next up, we have the Demon.
I love it.
Oh, well,
if it happens, I love it.
Oh, okay. Next up, we have the Demon Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. There is no way that Demon is losing. That Demon is not losing.
It's the first time
since SummerSlam.
Since SummerSlam of last year, so the Demon is most definitely winning.
He's definitely not losing this. So can we just all agree? 1, 2, 3. Demon Balor.
Demon Balor.
The Demon Balor.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Bar, versus Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. The Bar versus the Fist.
Quite literally, the difference is a thumb.
Yes. Who do you have and why? This is too early, so I got to go with the Bar.
They wouldn't be putting so much hype into Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins teaming up again if they weren't going to give them the titles.
You do have a point.
Yes.
But I could see... I'm changing it. Screw it. Dean Ambrose, Rollins, all this build up to them, it makes perfect sense to give them the belts.
They're not going to kill it unless they turn them heelish, but they're not going to do that.
No way. Now we have the Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks. I don't know.
Sometimes.
Little Miss Bliss.
Bliss.
I'm really leaning towards Bliss, but something.
So I have Bliss may keep the belt, but I feel like Sasha is gonna get the DQ win.
I think Sasha.
Bailey's gonna come out and turn heel.
To be honest, if it was still Bailey, I say Bailey.
Yes.
Because of the change in
last minute change.
I lean highly towards Little Miss Bliss on this one. Um,
Mhm.
I think the next pay per view it's gonna be Sasha, but
Yes,
this one is gonna
Mhm.
be
Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
SmackDown Women's Title. Naomi and Natalia. Naomi.
Naomi.
James. Naomi or Natalia.
I am not that confident in saying Naomi at this point because it was a very big
Ni-
surprise that they put Natalia there, and I feel like they have a bigger plan for her.
What?
I feel the only reason they're even putting her in this match is to tie a record for how many pay-per-views she's been on.
Do you think that's the only thing?
The only reason.
Yeah, pretty much. But so James, who do you got? Natalia or Naomi?
I got a coin here.
Oh God.
The first time I had to use the coin.
First try.
Yep, it's Naomi.
Naomi.
And I will not tell
Okay.
you. I will not tell you which one's heads, which one's tails either.
Now, this match might potentially steal the show. The U.S. title, Styles versus Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon as a special guest referee. Who do you have and why?
AJ Styles, because something happens to Shane
Shane.
O'Mac. Yeah, something happens to Shane O'Mac. And it's because of Kevin.
Styles,
The face that runs the place.
the champ that runs the camp.
Styles.
The mom hair that runs the daycare.
Oh my God.
Oh man, who? I'm just wondering who thought of all these fun lines for that.
Oh, that one I just did off the top of my head.
Well played.
Good job.
Next up, the only two matches left, the title matches. The WWE Championship, Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Gender.
If not Jin Nakamura, there's no way.
It's too early.
I think it's time.
They're starting to
I
push
think it's too
gender
early.
a little harder. That it makes a tougher decision on that. Like to be honest, they're actually building up gender.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a tough one for that purpose. God dang it! All these freaking
It's
matches.
Brooklyn.
Time.
You know that Brooklyn crowd's
God
gonna be
dang it,
so
Bobby.
over if Nakamura wins. I think it's
on
time.
gender. It's gonna
They're-
stay on gender.
They really have their footing with gender. I at this point I'm starting to think that it's not going to be clean gender winning because of those Singh brothers. Or we're going to have
Nakamura has. You're telling me Nakamura's gonna get pinned by Jinder Mahal?
no, it's probably going to be something dirty.
Undefeated on SmackDown. I'm just saying, not been pinned yet.
Well, I mean, you have the modern day Maharaja. With
No,
his-
it's the modern day Maharaja.
Hey man, I can't roll my R's. Leave me alone.
Uh,
So it's him and his two little stooges on the outside. So
Okay,
He's gonna
if the Singh brothers are kicked out of the ring, there's no way Jinder's winning that belt.
unless they're
There's no way he's retaining. If the Singh brothers stay in the ring, Jinder has a chance.
exactly.
But I'm still saying Nakamura because I feel like the refs are gonna kick. They've been kicking the Singh brothers out of the ring the last 2 weeks.
I think. Well, there's also a chance because I'm also thinking about, the referees, and there's going to be one spot that probably a referee's going to be knocked down that's not Shane McMahon. And I'm thinking with the King of Strong style, referee gets strongly hit, and a lot of bad things happen.
So
Clean by any kind of matter.
what's it gonna be, Jay? I say Nakamura. Tony says Jinder, and you have
Gender.
Jinder.
It's
Interesting.
this one's a tough one.
Here's the money grabber.
The main event, the Fatal 4-Way for the Universal title. Brock Lesnar, Reigns,
You did not say
Samoa
that.
Joe, Brock Lesnar
You forgot everything else.
versus The reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar,
And there's my pick.
versus Roman Reigns, versus Samoa Joe, versus the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. Tony, you said Brock Lesnar retains.
Brock Lesnar retains because I think this whole I'm going to go to the UFC is a freaking sham. It's going to be Lesnar.
James?
For the second being different, I'll go Samoa Joe.
Ooh.
You have Joe. I'm telling you right now, it's not Roman Reigns. There's no way.
But I do see a feud coming along with
Mm.
Roman and Samoa.
God, I want Joe. I really want Joe.
The Samoan submission machine, Samoa
If I book the way I want to, what I would like is obviously the Shield get the titles. Then if Roman Reigns loses and Samoa Joe gets it, guess who's going to help out Roman Reigns? After you got to have a big controversy for the big end of the match. I expect the Shield to be formed fully.
Oh.
So you have Samoa Joe winning,
I like it.
and say Roman gets screwed over. So he starts beating up, and then all of a sudden, let's say Braun Strowman comes up and helps beat up Roman Reigns. So two people come out and help. Then at the end,
Okay.
two fists are there. Boom.
Okay, I can see it.
They always have controversial endings.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it going to be? How are you gonna make a controversial ending to lead on to something else? And I think that's the way to do it.
And this screams Brock Lesnar.
I know.
I feel like he's not dropping the belt till Mania.
I know. It's very tough, but I think in order to make things work out with the Shield thing, since they haven't even shown anything with I would say Samoa Joe, then again, it is a Samoan and it is a Joe. Roman Reigns involved with anything talking about it or interviews or anything involving it. So the only thing that tells me is they're going to help him whenever the time comes, and then
I'm still saying Lesnar. I've got to say absolutely Brock Lesnar.
Okay, if you say Lesnar, I'm going to say Braun Strowman.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can have that pick.
We all took everything that's not Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, there's no way Roman Reigns. There's no way he's winning that.
There's no need. He does fine without.
There's no need.
Well, you got to understand, this is his yard.
And it's my playground.
I'm not just a guy. I'm the guy.
They're going to have Lesnar keep the belt till WrestleMania for Lesnar. Reigns gets the belt then. So that is fortune bookie for WWE SummerSlam. I'm Jeffrey Burtis. Peace be upon you and subscribe. And if you do not like this video, well, you can just fail. You could just not be down since day one.
Like, peace. We will answer your comments down below. And you know what? I have one of these little jokes too. If you hit the dislikes button, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Why'd you start this, James?
Well, maybe if you wouldn't have gimmick infringement and take my own thing, that is on you now. All right, people. Like, share, subscribe. Of course, this is for SummerSlam 2017. Hit the, you know what a thumbs up button is, and if you hit thumbs down, well, I guess you're gonna have your own Razor Ramon and Diesel that are fake, just like freaking taking my gimmick, son of a gun.
This is great.